What are some of the common challenges that you see that families face during the whole probate process?
Um, well, if they have a will, it can be challenging if it's poorly drafted, meaning they it just wasn't well drafted. So if it has unclear or ambiguous language, if there are no provisions for potentially underage heirs or disabled heirs, if it's outdated, sometimes they wrote the will 45 years ago and they named their neighbor Greg as their executor, and Greg is not here anymore. And then the second level of executor was Greg's wife, and she's not here anymore either. So that can pose a challenge as we have to, that'll cause a wrinkle. Another one would be if the will is handwritten. Handwritten wills are valid in Texas, but if you're probating a handwritten will, you have to have witnesses that can identify that handwriting. They have to have personal knowledge. In my testimony, they have to say why they know. Like, how do you know what this person's handwriting looks like? Oh, well, she sent me Christmas cards every year, or she wrote out the grocery list and I took it to the grocery store and bought the groceries. Um, as somebody ages, it becomes harder and harder to find people with personal knowledge of their handwriting. So while it can be valid, you still have to prove it up, and that part can be challenging. If there is no will, it's always more expensive to probate an estate when we don't have a will. Hands down, that's a challenge.